So most people quit the lottery when these two things happen. They quit manifesting it. So are you someone that's manifesting a lottery win using the law of attraction, using your unconscious mind, using things that you've learned about physics, metaphysics, etc.? Well, this video is for you. So the lottery, just like anything else, you can create it yourself. You can actually manipulate and win the lottery. I've done it plenty of times. I'm sure you've read stories, seen videos of other individuals who've done it using what we call the law of attraction or their minds to attract and bring things in. So I want to focus today on the two things that a lot of individuals give up on or stop when it comes to manifesting a lottery. Now, if you like the lottery and it's something you want to do, good information here. If you're not into the lottery, you can still learn something from this because the principle still applies. So the first thing people do when it comes to manifesting is, number one, they get frustrated. They get really frustrated, which lowers their vibration, and they just don't feel like playing. See, that that can mess up your manifestation. So where does the frustration come from? Well, the reason people get frustrated is because it's usually an ego tendency. It's usually because their ego is impatient and their ego is convincing them that it can't happen. Because, the lottery, the stigma you have is the mentality that is very difficult. It's a lot of odds and everything. So usually your mind is looking or expecting something to happen. When it doesn't see it, you get frustrated. So you really want to remember to avoid this, because that frustration can lead you to lower your vibration, which takes you out of alignment, basically takes you out of that feel good state for you to manifest your win. So it is natural to get frustrated, but don't stay in the frustration is basically what I'm saying. So the first thing you want to do is understand that it's quite normal to be frustrated, but hey, you have to push on if you want your goal to be accomplished. Okay. Next thing now it leads to, this is part of frustration now, it has to do with the timing. People, they want things like now, and their mind convinces them that we have to have it now or else it's not going to work. And that builds up that frustration too. And then it ties into a state of need. Needing that win or needing to see that win is also creates your lower your vibration, because it really takes you out of alignment from really putting you on course to manifest. So the solution for that is very simple. Whenever you get frustrated, just remember the big picture, the big goal is to win. You only need to win one time. That big prize, right? So don't worry about if it's not here now or the frustration. It's all part of the ego. And also remember, you got to keep budget. You got to budget yourself. Don't do the lottery out of a state of need. Okay? That's the reason why. That's the first reason why individuals kind of lose their goal to manifest it. The second reason is individuals, they give up. They feel it's not going to come. Let me show you something. When you're closest to your dreams, that's when it manifests. So people understand, when you're about to give up, that's when it's about to come in. Why is that? Because when you're about to give up, it's like if it's a sense of release, and now you're saying, "Ah, man, I'm done, and I'm not gonna do this anymore." And then you're just gonna, keep your mind focused or keep your mind on something else because you're saying it's not gonna happen. But don't give up. If that's your goal and you want to manifest it, don't give up. And this goes in beyond the lottery. It goes in the big picture for anyone who's want to create something in their life. Don't give up on your goals, because goals manifest when you're just about to give up. So that's what happens. So what happens is, when they give up, they stop buying their tickets or they stop playing, because they're, again, what goes into this? The ego, the conscious mind. It's giving them this illusion, or it's giving them this mindset that this stuff is never going to happen. So might as well give up. And also, again, the impatience. But you have to remember, if it's something you want, you have to go for it. You don't force it. You just let it go and let the process take its place. And this goes beyond the lottery. For anyone with a goal or a dream, you should never give up on your dream. Even when you feel like giving up, that's when it's closest. They always have a saying, it's darkest before the dawn. And that's actually true. Because, guys, the thing is, you got to understand is the creation process occurs behind the scenes. We take action, right? We talk about action to create. Action is the last step. You know what action is? Action is the non-physical being already created, and it pops into your physical world, and you take it as action. So action is actually something that's already been created, being delivered into the physical, and then your mind pops it in, and you go do something. But the key point is, it was always already created. Remember, how we create is what energy. Where energy goes, things grow and expand, whether positive or negative. So those are two things I find a lot of individuals do. They give up right there. So the first thing they always do, right? They get frustrated. They're down vibration. Second thing they do, they just give up. They stop playing. So you have to look at it like this. This is a guarantee here. There's a guarantee in this. Everything there's a guarantee. So you have to ask yourself this question. So if I give up, that means there's no guarantee I will get my goal, whether a lot or anything in life. It's over. But if I don't give up, then there's still the opportunity for me to manifest. Now that I know I'm creating this with my mind, now I know that I'm in control of my reality. Now I know that my subconscious, my unconscious mind can help me to create this stuff. So that's what you got to understand. And I think a lot of individuals, they get their egos get in the way too. Their ego let them know, like, oh, it's going to be 1 week, it's going to be 1 month. If you're manifesting a lottery using your subconscious and spiritual metaphysics, law of attraction, you got to prepare for patience. You got to be patient, because the universe doesn't have a timeline like we have a timeline. We make up timelines. Your unconscious doesn't have a timeline. Sure, you can make it in 1 week, you get it in a month, but are you prepared to few months? Or even are you even prepared to wait years? These are questions you got to ask yourself. Same thing with goals and dreams. We attach time to goals and dreams, and we say, oh man, we got to do this. But time doesn't exist. You see, we have to understand that we are constantly moving in a moment. And in the moment is what the focus is, not on the time. I mean, the time is going to pass anyways, the concept of that. And if you can grab that or understand that, that's a big game changer for you, because that's going to release so much of your anxiety. It's going to release so much of the resistance that's holding you back from your goal. Whether it's the lottery, whether it's the business, whether it's success, whatever you want, this is what you must do to reach your goal. Reaching your goal takes focus, attention, persistence, repetition. If you want it, you're going to get it. I always say, everybody gets what they want. It's just a matter of time. You're eventually going to get what you want. If you can be patient, if you stop the resistance, it'll come to you, as long as you focus on it. So that's the key point I want to bring in, especially with manifesting a lottery using that subconscious or law of attraction. You got to remember, guys, just keep the focus, keep the repetition, don't get frustrated. And if you want it, don't give up. If you give up, that's when it's about to happen. Always works like that. So might as well stick with it until you manifest it, if that's your goal, because you will get it. So I want to keep that in mind, because I noticed when we're manifesting things or creating things, you have to know the boundaries of how things work. You have to also know how your mind works, your logical mind. It is a very mind of impatience. Your ego is a mind that thinks its time is at hand. It doesn't have that much time, and it pushes that on you in the form of these resistance, these anxiety, these frustration. And also the ego is so limited, it can't see a big picture. It can't see the invisible. It can't see how things come in and create in your world. And that's something you also must understand. And then, the universe gives you signs along the way. It'll show you mirroring. It'll show you that, okay, it's being created. It's on the way. You maybe see these synchronicities. You may see these things. Those are good things. That means what you want is being created. So just trust the process and continue with your work. Be disciplined, be repetitious, and don't allow your mind to take heed and pull you away from your dreams, because that's what the mind does. The mind cannot see the big change. It can't see the big stuff. It likes to keep you in a cocoon. It likes to keep you in your comfort zone. It likes to keep you the way things are, because you're not going to grow in your comfort zone. You grow when you expand out of your comfort zone. In other words, you grow when you start to do things you haven't done before. You become more disciplined. You become more focused. You become more persistent. That's when you open up new areas of awareness in your brain and your mind now, because now you're getting information. That's called growth. So the more you grow, the more you expand, the more you attract things towards you, and then you get your goals and you manifest it. There you go. That's what you need to know.